Okay, I'm gonna make a video where I open 500 loot boxes because I am not good at the game and I can't show you pod gameplay like those pred players. But anyways, before we begin, a just brief overview. If you want to know the stats, I played 237 hours and 14 minutes on Origin. And then when I found out you can move or install over to Steam, I spent, that's right, 1,237.6 hours on Steam, and that is a total of, I wrote it down on a piece of paper because even though I am Asian, I'm not that good at math, 1,474.8 hours spent total. As for money spent, I bought the Pathfinder edition for $13.80 somewhere around Season 8, because that's when I started playing pretty actively. And then I got to around 483 loot boxes or so, and I was like, I really don't want to grind anymore, so I just spent $20 on Apex coins to buy the rest. So the total is $35.04 spent. And in reality, my first mistake was downloading Apex in the first place. And that's right, Captain. Anyways, why don't we go into opening the loot boxes? Okay, we have some left. We have 500 Apex coins left, so if you don't, we'll just blow it. Anyways, I got one legendary, 4 event, and 495 Apex packs. I have opened roughly maybe like 30 or so before. Prestige level 158, the first prestige. And yeah, I got to plat 3 and I quit for ranked. I didn't really have a solid team that would want to rat, so ratting makes it easier to climb. Alright, let's open. Without further ado, let's get ready for some disappointment. Wow, a legendary Mozambique skin. I'm so happy. Yeah, I think you are guaranteed an heirloom after 500 loot box openings, and you're also guaranteed a legendary item every 30 loot boxes. Well, that's a pretty nice skin. That's an event skin. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna boost the volume on OBS for desktop. You can hear the loot boxes being opened. Okay. I do genuinely love this game, but I no longer have the time to commit to getting better at it. It is pretty difficult. I'm at the point where I need to really tighten up my aim and learn movement, but it's gonna be too time consuming, so it's time to move on. I don't have time to spend on this game anymore, so this is a way of me saying goodbye to Apex. I will still play from time to time casually whenever my friends invite me, but I'm gonna give up grinding it as my main game. I'm getting way too old too, like I just don't have the mental faculties to play this at a high level anymore. That's okay. It's going by faster than I thought. Maybe we'll get done in less than an hour, who knows? Oh yeah, if we have enough crafting materials, we'll open up, we'll get the event boxes to get the, what was the Loba heirloom? I need 38,000 shards though. So if you get 38,000 shards, we'll do that. If not, screw it. Wow, they're so stingy. One thing I gotta say though is Apex is super stingy when it comes to like rewarding your time spent for the game. I wouldn't kill you to give us a free heirloom every once in a while, but I think you have to spend like $170 to buy an heirloom. It's just a little ridiculous. Okay. wow, it's been real lame so far, but... Okay. I don't mind crafting materials. I wish the game gave you more, but yeah, I'm already okay with the battle pass giving you Apex coins to buy another battle pass. That's more than enough, and you do get a little bit of a bonus if you 100% it. So not too bad, but I just wish, you know, it was a little less greedy on the monetization end. Like, I don't think a game should remain free forever. I think that if you put in the work to support the game, or even just run the servers, that it's okay to expect, like, you know, $30 every year from people who play it. But instead of going for that, they go for more than that. And that is something that I find disingenuous and kind of nefarious. How they try to prey on people's poor judgment or lack of judgment. Unknowingly so, they hire people. Oh, legendary. Here we go. God dang it. It's an RE45. I do like that gun, but... I don't really wear skins in the game. I think I only have the Kabuki Wraith skin because it looks really goofy to me. And then I have the One Piece Octane skin and the Naruto Watson skin. And those are, I bought those with crafting materials. Because I was like, I have to have these skins. And then other than that, I think it's just default for everybody. I'm just too lazy. I don't really care about cosmetics too much. Wow, another legendary. That's pretty good. Oh, okay. We'll preview that. He just... he kills you by jumping on you? Bro, are you saying he's fat? I mean, he's a big guy, but I don't think that would kill anybody. Unless he's really heavy. I had really fond memories. I think my favorite season was season 8. I think it was locked and loaded. And a lot of people complained, but honestly they were just bad. It was the mode where you dropped with Grey Evo, 2 cells, 2 syringes, and Mozambique, and I think like 8 shotgun rounds or something. And it was great because what me and my homies would do, we would wait to see a squad drop, and we wait to see if anyone would split from their squad. And all 3 of us would drop on the one guy that split and just Mozambique him to death. It was fantastically funny. It worked every single time. To the point where we would do it so often. To the point where people would stop splitting from their teams, or they would split from their teams and then regroup on their team to debate us. Like, we changed their behavior. The people in the lobby. It was really fun because you gain a lot of momentum. We would play super aggressive. You start out with a 3v2 because you down the one guy and you just keep going ham, and we would win a lot of games too. Nice. Legendary. Let's see. Okay. I actually like Newcastle. Alright. And I remember there was a huge Reddit thread of people complaining because they were arguing that it was a crap mode because the chances of winning a fight were 50-50, and I was like, that is absolutely insane because 50-50 is the best outcome for Apex. What they wanted was the ability to land and have the guys have no weapon and they have a weapon and then kill them because that was the only way they could win. And I was like, well, it just means you're bad at the game. And people might get triggered. I'm bad at the game too, right? I'm admitting it. My goodness, I used to clip me grinding Apex for loot boxes, I would take clips and put it on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. I would get the most toxic comments. Most toxic brain dead comments ever. The player base is so toxic. I'm toxic too. Okay. When I play the game, but this is toxic in a completely different fashion. Like I remember posting a video where there was like a guy who just ran past me. I was like, what the heck? Like he saw me and then he ran past me and I was shooting him in the back. And he still continued to run past me and just go for my teammates. And then some comments said like, you're bad and you play Ash. Like that was an insult. I was like, yo, I'm just grinding my weeklies, bro. What the frick? Oh man, so many comments, so many toxic comments. And I was like, wow, the player base truly is the problem. It's not the game itself, it's the player base. I'm getting a decent amount of crafting materials. Maybe we'll have enough to get the heirloom. Was it the Ash heirloom? It was a spiky stick. I don't know who it was. About 10% of the way. It's 11 minutes in. Okay, it might be a 2-hour video. We'll see. I had to re-record this video because my mom texted me in the very beginning about she has some questions on some stuff. I had to answer real quick. But yeah, I have fond memories of this game, and it's the one game that I wanted to, you know, get good at because I got decent at it. But yeah, I must move on. Also, the matchmaking changed after some point. I can't put my finger on when, I forgot when. But I remember me and my friends were talking about it, how every time we play, ranked or unranked, it would feel way more difficult because it would match us against people of similar skill. And that killed the game for me because for ranked, you're supposed to play against people who are in bronze when you're in bronze, not people who used to be in, you know, diamond. Because after some changes, when I used to play, I think it was bronze 5, bronze 4, whatever the lowest rank is, and I like shot someone, and then they did like a 180 tap strafe and beamed me in the head, and I was like, yo, I'm supposed to be fighting against bronzies so I can climb out of bronze faster, not fight against people who used to be in diamond and masters, because that makes it way harder. Like I have to rat in bronze. Are you kidding me? Anyways, that killed the game for me. So if you guys are having difficulty and it feels more difficult than it used to be, it actually is. I think I don't know what kind of matchmaking they use, like maybe a true skill where it matches you based on your hidden MMR, not your season rank, which is really dumb. You should never do that. The reason being, if let's say you're in diamond, right? And then you're playing in bronze because you haven't played in a while, but everyone in your lobby is in diamond or masters, then you're gonna have a really hard time climbing out of bronze, and it's not supposed to be that way. Because when you're a diamond player in bronze, it's supposed to be easier to get out. They want to push you out of bronze as fast as possible. What is with all these Mozambique skins, dude? So yeah, I mean the real answer is if you're good, you can climb out regardless, and people have. You know, I've seen people who are actually good at the game can climb out no matter what. For any game, no matter how bad the matchmaking is, and that's true. But it doesn't mean the system is good. Okay, so it kind of killed the game for me, having to try hard every rank, and you know, it felt kind of too sweaty. And also, just a general mentality of people on North American servers. I switched to Japan because it's way better there, but the general mentality is that if you rat, you're a coward and you are worse at the game. And so I see a lot of people in ranked at all levels play super aggressively and die early before we can place and we get negative RP. And I'm like, guys, the meta has shifted for the scoring and ranked, where you want to rat and you want a third party. You kind of don't want to directly engage in, you know, a combat unless you can kill him quickly, like that. See, oh, legendary Loba skin, nice. Okay. So, you know, it's kind of hard to climb when your teammates are just, you know, just going in to die, and you're like, ah. And you have a choice then. You can go in and die with them, or you can leave them and then just rat and try to place, but then you won't be able to get a lot of kills because you're by yourself. So I got tired of that. I switched to Japan servers, and it's a lot better time because you still see people who are like aggressively suicidal, but you see a lot of people who, you know, just play the game a lot better. And the thing is, they're less toxic. I run into less toxic people on Japan servers than I have on NA, and they're more willing to like share things with you and just not like keep everything to themselves. Nice. Oh, okay. Kind of like Space Invaders. Now the funny thing is, when you play in like off times for Japan, it's all non-Japanese people, and then they become slightly more toxic or rude, you know, because everyone around the area connects to Japan. So you see people from China, Korea, you know, the sea region. It's kind of funny, but yeah, I get like 160 ping, and I've gotten used to playing with that ping. It's not too bad once you get used to it. Everyone just, I actually met a random that will invite me to play every time he's on now, and we play a rank together whenever he's on, and we climb pretty well together. It's nice. Recommended. If you're the toxic type, don't go ruining the Japan servers. Just stay on NA. But yeah. Man, I still remember Olympus is my favorite map, and me and my buddy, Hand Sanitizer, that's his actual name, and how he got it was, he was looking around for a name for Apex, and was just looking at stuff around him, and he had a bottle of hand sanitizer, so he's like, hand sanitizer. We would hot drop on his states every single round when it was Olympus, and that's how we would climb the plat every season. Just hot dropping. Oh, I think I've seen that before. Yeah, very nice. Okay, that's pretty cool. But yeah, that was back when the rank system, the scoring system was different. It was based off of kills, so if you could get 4 kills when you were in the bottom of plat, you would get like +3 RP or something. You would end positive if you could kill 4 people before dying. Now, the rank scoring is kills don't really give you a lot of points until you place high, because there's a multiplier based on your placement. So you can get like 6 kills and still have negative RP if you died early. And I was like, it's kind of messed up. I think it takes a lot of skill to wipe 2 squads out, and you should be rewarded for that instead of punished for, you know, playing a little bit more aggressively. I don't think, you know, it kills the game when everyone's playing a little bit slower and safe. And I've noticed the meta shifting, because before then, everyone would play aggressive, and it was okay, because you could get RP or at least lose just a little bit. But now, a lot more people are using like long range weapons and not really taking close range encounters, unless they are either really bad or really good. And it just kills the game for it to feel so slow and campy. At least it is for me. Maybe it feels different for you guys, I don't know. I'm just thinking in the back of my mind, how many toxic comments am I gonna get? How many, I don't know why people are so toxic, I don't get it. I get it when you're playing the game and you feel frustrated, but like just watching a video, like I don't get why you would go out of your way. Anyways. It's okay, I don't think this video is gonna do well. I don't really care. I just wanted to record this and get it over with so I can move on. There's 2 games I'm playing for review, and I want to finish those reviews, so I want to get done with Apex, get done with this video, uploaded, and then I want to make my review videos. So what I'm doing is I'm playing through... Oh, okay. I really like Revenant now. It's funny when he crouch walks. But I want to make a review for Dirge of Cerberus. Yes, you heard me correctly. The 2006 PlayStation 2 game, Dirge of Cerberus Final Fantasy VII. My goal is... there's some games that are like poorly received when it came out, or mixed reviews. And Dirge of Cerberus was one of them. And so I'm gonna go back and be like, was this game actually bad? And I'm playing through, I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. I don't think it's perfect by any means, but it's actually a pretty enjoyable game. You do have to compare the games that came out during that time. Oh. Ooh, okay. I think I've seen this one too. Yeah, I saw that one. But yeah, like Devil May Cry 1 through 3 were out by 2006, Final Fantasy 10 and 12 were out by 2006, and so there's a lot of games that were better in many ways, but also worse too. But you know, like playing through, it's just a lot of fun. Just very silly, it's very goofy. I wish it was a little bit more self-aware. It's pretty short too, you can beat it in approximately 12 hours, but I think I'm pretty close to the end. Might hit 10 hours. But yeah. Also, I am playing through Labyrinth of Galeria, and that is a super long game. It takes 60 hours to get to the first ending, and then, spoilers, there's another true ending. There's a second ending and a true ending that takes 60 hours to grind. There's no way around it, so I'm gonna be spending 120 hours playing this game just to get the ending. But I'm having fun with it. It is a bit grindy, and it is a little bit... it's a little bit slow, but I do like the story a lot and the characters. I feel like they could have cut a lot of the content though and made it a tighter experience, but it is what it is. So I want to make those, you know, review videos after I finish. Oh, another legendary. Okay. Looks okay. Oh, another legendary, nice. And before it's a Mozambique. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a nice PK skin. Dude, PK is so annoying to play against. Every time I go up and the guy has a PK, I'm like, I can't push in. So you know what I've been doing? I've been using PK almost every game. I'm like, screw you, I can use a shotgun too. Either a PK or Mozambique, but lately I've been kind of leaning towards the Mozambique. It just feels a lot easier to shoot with. I know it does slightly less damage, but like it feels easier to aim with for me. Mozambique feels a little bit faster, a little bit more responsive. Especially if you get hammer points on that, you know, I feel like the damage is comparable. Cause you can whiff a PK shot, like you might get 90 or you might get 9. You don't know sometimes. Okay. But yeah, I still love Apex. I actually do love this game. I just can't afford to spend the time on it now. I will play it, you know, here and there casually. Or maybe I'll get serious into grinding it later. Oh. Legendary emote? Oh, this one! This one's pretty funny. Because it makes noise. Yeah, I'm equipping that. At least from memory it makes noise. I'm enjoying Catalyst a lot too. I feel like Catalyst can be a meta pro play character if the map has a lot of enclosed spaces. Because the door reinforcement is pretty good, and then the goop is pretty good, and the alt is also pretty good for pushing too. I've actually seen some pro teams run Catalyst, but I don't know how meta she's gonna be. Be around 400 loot boxes. Yep, 350. Alright, that's good. We're going faster than expected. I don't want the video to be too long because the quality I'm recording at it creates a large file size and it takes forever to upload. Oh, I think I've seen this too, yeah. I'm kinda sad because all my friends stopped playing Apex. Not a single one of them play Apex anymore, they moved on. A lot of them play Call of Duty, some of them dabble with Overwatch 2. My friend group used to play a lot of Overwatch 1. And some of them play Rust now. A lot of them are playing Counter-Strike because they're excited for CSGO 2, so they're playing a lot of CSGO 1 to get ready. I was never good at those type of games, so I am not really excited, but I will play if people invite me. Kinda makes me sad because Overwatch 1 had the perfect loot box system. Like, duplicates were super rare, and if you did get duplicates, you got coins. And the coins could be used to buy skins. And even event skins, the events came yearly, annually, so you could get them guaranteed the next year if you missed out. And as you play the game, you got closer and closer to unlocking everything. And for Overwatch 1, I actually did almost unlock all the skins. But I stopped playing, and now looking at Overwatch 2's monetization scheme, it makes me very sad because they're taking these old Overwatch 1 skins that you used to get for free, or during events, or just for playing, you know, arcade. And they're 20 bucks now. I know you can get some of them using the legacy coins, but yeah, it's still a very scummy model. And I kind of, yeah, I'm very sad. I wish you could still play Overwatch 1. Oh well. That said, I still do love the game. I just don't like the matchmaking, but I've noticed that there are more people playing the game, so I guess that's a good thing. It won't die, but at the same time, kind of want to see some changes in how it's monetized. Again, I don't think a game should be free forever. Even if you paid for it, it costs a lot of time and money to maintain and add content to the game. But you know, there should be a limit to how much money you're trying to get from per player. It's a little depressing when, you know, you could spend hundreds of dollars every year on the game. That's ridiculous. Dude, Mirage is really funny. I would love to play an RPG, like a Dragons and Dungeons type of RPG with Mirage as a character. I think that would be super dope. Like, he could be the bard or something. In fact, dude, an RPG with all of these characters would be super interesting. I'm thinking like Dragon Age Origins, which is one of my favorite old school-ish RPGs of all time. Because the sheer amount of like love that went into the game. Another legendary. Oh. Huh? That looks okay. I do like Prowler though. I used to not like the gun and I got used to it and like it was easy to down people with it if they were close. Man, there's some guns that I'm still terrible with. Triple Take is one. Wingman is one. I was so bad, but I'm pretty okay now. But I still miss most of my shots. I just don't understand the weapon. I have to use iron sights with Wingman. I cannot use any other optics. Maybe the 1x Hollow or the 1x HCOG, but iron sights produce the best results for me. Alec, when he explained this to me, because he knows stuff about guns, and he was saying something about how it adjusts the height of something if you add optics to a pistol. I forget what it, I was like, that sort of makes sense. It's nice caustic skins, very simple. Okay, we're churning through pretty quickly. I like this. And most of them are commons or rares, so we can just skip through them. No. Some of the voice lines are so cringe. I think Horizon and Valkyrie's voice lines are super cringe. Like Horizon's voice lines sound like someone pretending to be a scientist or an intellectual. And she's just always flexing about how smart she is and, you know, how she messed around with the black hole and stuff. I was like, ah. And then Valkyrie is just like, kind of lame. Where like when you're crafting and then Valkyrie's like, oh, I wish my mother could have heard this or seen this. And I was like, okay, I get what you're going for. But like the way it's delivered felt a little lame. I don't know how else to say it. Maybe it's just me. But or like, you know, she would have voice lines about how she's an alcoholic. Imagine just taking only a sip or something like that. And I was like, yeah, that's what someone who wants to be cool, that doesn't drink but wants to pretend to drink would say, you know? An alcoholic wouldn't even say nothing. They would just grab the bottle and start downing it, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't be talking because they'd be too busy drinking. In fact, you know how people are loot goblins when playing the game? You know, they should put bottles of alcohol in the game that Valkyrie can find. There should be like a little like Easter egg hunt. Valkyrie's looking for booze bottles and it just powers her up. But she does more damage, but her accuracy goes down as she finds more bottles. And her vision gets more blurry. That'll be hilarious. That'll be a very funny mode. Speaking of modes, funny modes, the new like heat wave mode sucks, dude. I don't like it. So the mode is like, there's I don't know, something about the sun being too hot, and so when that happens, you can't go outside. If you do, you get damaged, and it slows the game down so much. I'm like, this is worse than just a regular mode. I wish they would bring in some fun stuff, but no. That wasn't fun for me. Maybe other people are having fun with it, but I found it lame. Legendary again. Oh, this is a nice Lobo skin. I think my buddy Taka had that skin equipped. Yeah, he stopped playing Apex too. Everyone I know stopped playing Apex. No one wants to play. I would keep playing though if I had a full 3 stack, or even a 2 stack, and people who would play were willing to rat in rank. Like actually try hard to climb every game. I would play then, but I don't have that, so it's too much of a headache to deal with randos who want to be suicidal because ratting is lame, quote unquote lame. You know what's lame? Losing RP every game is lame. But it's fun. It's really funny though. Like the few games where I get queued with actual people in bronze or silver or gold, it feels nice because I'm used to like just like touching someone with a bullet and then they tap strafe around and just beat me in the head. No, what's this? We'll see how many crafting materials we have. Nice, a legendary. Let's see what it is. I am disappointed, I'm gonna be honest. It looks cool, but for that to be a legendary. Also, isn't it kind of absurd to assign random rarities to digital items that are inherently not scarce? You know what I mean? It's super weird to think about. Like, why is this epic and why is this harder to get than another hollow spray? Like, why is that different? There's nothing inherently different about it. Like, I would understand if it was a single player game and you wanted, you know, something that gave you a buff and it made the game easier and that's why it's more rare. That would make sense, but these are all cosmetics. I think the artificial rarity or scarcity of cosmetic goods is ridiculous and obviously just a ploy to get more money from you. I'm rambling like an old man. What do you expect though? I am getting old. Okay. Oh, going back to the topic of playing old games to see if they were better than they really were, I do want to play games to see if they're worse than they actually were. And one of them is Final Fantasy VII. That is one of my favorite games of all time in my memory. I haven't played the original in a very long time. I would love to go back and dissect the game and compare it to games that came out during the similar time frame and see if it was actually really good. Gold. I'm okay. And the funny thing is though, if you haven't played Final Fantasy VII, the original, in a while, I recommend going back and looking at Barret, because Barret's model is goofy as heck. It's so bad. It's like worse than Roblox. Like I'm not even joking. It's so bad. I laugh every time I see Barret. He's the goofiest looking guy in the game. But yeah, just seeing Cloud and like his in-game model just being so blocky, I was like, wow, I don't remember it being this bad when I was playing it. I think nostalgia or rose-tinted glasses definitely do make things look a lot better than they were. And so I want to go back and play through it, and then after I play it, I want to play through the remake, because, you know, a couple of my friends played it. They're also huge Final Fantasy VII fans, and all of them love the remake. Nice. What is that? Sentinel skin. Wow, it actually looks pretty cool. Me, I know it depends on taste. I was thinking too, what if my recording breaks like right before I get the heirloom or right after I get the heirloom and the video is lost? It was all for nothing. I was like, please. I just wanted to make this one video and move on with life. Yeah, I didn't want to spend any money other than the 1380 I spent, but I was playing Apex today and I was playing ranked. And it was so painful that I was like, I don't think I want to play anymore. I'm just gonna spend the $20. And that came out of my hard-earned money from selling cards, and I feel very sad about that. I spent, I don't know, like a decade gathering trading cards, and I sold all of them and most of my Dota 2 items, and I made a grand total of like, I don't know, 60 bucks or something. I spent 40 of it, and I had $20 saved. Oh, I've seen that emote, yeah. I seen an emote where Caustic drinks stuff, and he has his gas mask on. I was like, how does that work? Anyways, I'm very sad because I don't have any money left, so I'm broke to begin with, but I was gonna save that 20 bucks for a game I really wanted. No, I spent it on Apex. Oh, the misery. If you want to know how much I make on YouTube, I make $3 a month. You have to get a lot of views to make money. It's not very tenable for the average person. I know people might say I have a friend who makes, you know, X amount of dollars. But the reality is, if you look at the percentage of people that succeed on YouTube or like make a livable income on YouTube, it's a very small percent. And that percent is decreasing. It's becoming harder to hit financial viability through content creation. And this is something I wanted to talk about too on a podcast that I make for content creators, but the reason why it's not tenable is that the revenue stream comes from companies' marketing budget. So corporations, companies, small ones, big ones, doesn't matter. They want to have to buy ads on the platform, and then YouTube will take 50%. Even I think most platforms will take half of the ad revenue, and you get the other half, right? So let's say there's, you know, when you make a piece of content, at least for YouTube, the video stays up, right? It doesn't disappear. And so as time progresses, there's way more content on the platform and way more content creators as it becomes easier to make content. And so competition is super fierce, and when there's all this content, you know, what's going to happen is that the CPM is going to decrease, you know? Even if it doesn't decrease, it just means that you're less likely to get views on your video. It's going to get harder. Oh, okay. Pretty cool emote. It's the Kabuki skin. She looks so goofy. I can love it. But yeah, it's just gonna get harder to get people to watch your videos, and even if you can, the ad rates are getting lower. There's already been multiple adpocalypses, quote unquote, on YouTube and other platforms where the ad rate is axed, it's nerfed. Not only that, you know, you can get sponsorships too, but sponsorships are going to be limited for people who get a lot of views. And so it's probably going to be hard to get a sponsorship that pays well. There's a lot of free sponsorships where it's based on you selling something, so you get paid like a commission basically. Or you might have like a HelloFresh sponsorship, quote unquote, where, you know, you have a coupon code and if people use that coupon code, you get a little bit of kickback. Let's see. That's so dangerous. Octane like though. So it's the competition is fierce because the barrier to entry is super low. Anyone can make content, and yeah, it's just really difficult because it's not just about making good content, quote unquote good content, and people always say that, but the reality is you have to make content that will be found on the algorithm of the platform. And what I mean by this, people always try to argue with me on this because they don't understand how it works. I'll give an example of the argument people give. So when Ninja was huge on Twitch, people would tell me all the time, why don't you just stream Fortnite and you can get big on Twitch just like Ninja, right? Because they're equating Ninja's success to the game. And that could be possible, but Ninja already had a following to begin with. But the thing is, if you looked at all the people streaming Fortnite at the time, there were so many. And it's just like, why is someone gonna navigate to your stream and click on it when you're at the bottom, unless you already have a large following? So just streaming Fortnite didn't equate to success at all. Now I know there's some people who managed to do well with Fortnite, but it's not because of the game itself. They had some sort of marketing strategy to get their stream out there. And that's the same thing, like if you make a really quote unquote good video, a good piece of content, whatever you want to call it, how are people gonna know that it exists? Like if you make it and you put it on YouTube, how is it gonna get found, right? So the easiest way for an upcoming channel is to go for search engine optimization and optimize for search terms that are not heavily used but are used enough, so there's no oversaturation on it. And one really easy way to grow is to make guides. If you can make quality guides in a field that isn't oversaturated, like Minecraft, for example, you can do pretty well. And so for me, if you look at my channel, a lot of my videos don't do well. Nice, another legendary. Oh, that's pretty cool. If you look at my channel, a lot of my videos don't do well, but my guides do extremely well. So for Astroneer and No Man's Sky, some of the guides I made, especially the update videos, did extremely well. And that is very easy to optimize for the search engine. You don't have to do a lot. You don't have to put a lot of effort into the thumbnail. You just have to provide a non-BS video. So a couple of things you can do is make a script. Don't speak off the cuff. Don't do it impromptu. No one wants to hear you ramble for a guide. No one wants to hear me ramble for this video, but I'm doing it because I just want it, okay? Oh, I've seen this, the little baby thingamabob. So make a script and then condense your script as much as possible to key information, and then you want to add enough to help new players who might not know a lot, and then keep it condensed enough where the people who are advanced players can skip through that, or like it's not too long to sit through the newbie stuff, right? It's not too hard to hit that balance, and if you make the video as short as possible, people will watch it and they will thank you, and then they will come back if they have another, question. So it's really hard to build a following off of guide videos, because as soon as they get the help they need from that one guide video, they're out. They won't subscribe, they won't come back, but they will be incredibly grateful. So if you keep helping people like that, you can slowly build a following over time. Wow. Crows are actually pretty smart, I hear. I would love to have a pet crow. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, and every time I make a guide or a walkthrough, they do really well, and then other videos are hard to sell. And now, granted, they're not the best. I gotta script it, I gotta heavily edit it, I gotta make it better. But even if I did, there's no real reason for people to watch it. So that's the number one thing people don't understand. It's like, if you make a quote-unquote good video, people will watch it. I'm like, okay, but like, I try to have them go through the steps. All right, open up YouTube, what do you see on your YouTube page, right? It's whatever YouTube recommends, and then whoever you're subscribed to, right? And there's only so many videos that can fit, and it's terrible because they made the video previews super large, so you can't fit as many videos in that list. So how is my one video out of, I don't know how many are being uploaded every day, thousands, millions perhaps? How is my one video gonna flow through all of that and reach that one person, right? The only way is to optimize for search terms. That's the only way. It's not gonna show up on recommended. If they're not subscribed to you, how are you gonna get them to subscribe to you, right? You have to find the video. It's really difficult to get your content to stick out. So what a lot of people have been doing is they've been getting traffic through other means. So you want to go viral somewhere else, and one platform you can do that on is Reddit. So I would make Ask and Nerd videos just for Reddit, and I would post those videos. And I got actually hooked on getting uploads. I got addicted. It was really bad, so I deleted my Reddit account. And then I made a second Reddit account, and I just deleted that one too, because I'm like, I should just stay away from the platform. It's not healthy. But yeah, you know, I would get like 100 upvotes on a post, and that would equate to 1,000 people watching that video. And I would intentionally make that video as short as possible. And it was usually no talking. It was highly edited, just music, and showcasing something that made people realize that I actually spent a lot of hours in the game. Because it's kind of like an echo chamber. You can't say anything bad about the game in that subreddit. It can only be good things, right? So I tried to do that, and I got like immediate 1,000 views on that video, and a couple of videos went pretty big. And thanks to that, YouTube started recommending my Ask and Nerd content. And I wish I kept making Ask and Nerd content, because it would have made my channel a lot bigger, but then I would have been pigeonholed into only making that type of content. That's fine though, you know, but you know, hindsight's 2020, right? But yeah, like people just, unless they've been, you know, trying to grow their channel on YouTube or Twitch, they don't recognize how hard it is. It's very difficult. Twitch is even more impossible. You can stream on Twitch for an eternity and still not grow if you only use Twitch. It's very difficult. There's a lot of reasons why. There's like forced pre-roll ads now, so people will click off. The algorithm has changed, so yeah, I don't know what changed exactly per se, but it is so hard for me to find someone new to drop by my channel when I stream, whereas before the change happened, I would get like maybe 1 or 2 new people to check out my stream every once in a while. Like, if I stream for like 8 hours a day, I would get a handful of new people drop by, right? Not like that anymore. Ah, nice! I got the Boku no Hero Academia skin. I considered buying that, but I ran out of crafting materials, so... Oh, I do have to catch up on the anime and Attack on Titan too. Weapon charm? Oh. Okay. What if there's no heirloom? Yeah. What if it's bugged, bro? What if I don't get an heirloom? You know what would be evil? Well, what if I got like the heirloom in the middle of the video, but I don't tell anyone, so they watch the whole thing? Or they try to skip around finding it? I won't do that to people, I won't debate it. I'll timestamp when I get the heirloom. Oh, nice. Alright, it's a cute skin, looks like a toy. Oh man. What is this? What are we doing? Can you think about it for a second? We're opening digital loot boxes and looking at skins for a game. This is what life is? Wow, I feel like we have devolved in certain ways. I feel like at the pinnacle of technology and advancements in civilizations, I think it would be doing more meaningful things. That's a nice skin. And here we are, opening loot boxes and looking at skins. Another legendary, nice. Okay, that looks clean, yeah. Isn't that silly? And then, you know, I spent 1,000, almost 1,500 hours on this game when I could have been doing something more worthwhile, I guess. I'm not saying this is a complete waste of time. I don't think games are, because it helps problem solving skills. It helps me keep in contact with my friends who are far away. You know, because, you know, if you're my age and you're a dude, you don't really talk about life or anything. You just play games and you joke around. You make, you know, vulgar jokes. Or really very silly jokes. And you just have a, you know, goof around and have fun. And that's how you stay in touch, right? And so I'm thankful to games on the internet because I've been able to keep in touch with my friends. Otherwise, I would have lost contact with them. And what's funny enough is that the game that has kept the closest friends is Dota 2. Oh my god. That can't talk about a toxic game, dude. That game is so hard. Oh man, being good at Dota is so difficult. I have a lot of respect for people who are good at it. I was never really good at the game. I was like a 3K player at best, and my goodness, I cannot play the game anymore. I try, but there's so many things to keep track of. Respect, bro. Every time I love watching TI, and oh my god, I love watching the teams and players in TI because they're so good. They're playing at a level I can't even imagine. This looks like the dragon skin in Valorant where it looks like you're touching the dragon's pee-pee. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, why would you make the skin look like that? It's very sus, friend. So yeah, I don't regret playing it, but I could have done something better, you know? Maybe I could have cured cancer if I spent that much time studying about cancer. You know, or, you know, solve some problem. Oh, that looks pretty dope. There is one thing I would like to do is figure out how to reduce the size of landfills in America. It's one thing I would not mind doing. It's one thing I thought about is how do we reduce the size of landfills in America? How do we get rid of the garbage? I think there's a lot of ways to do it, but I think it's just gonna take a lot of manpower, like individuals sorting through trash and sorting it into recyclables. Anything that can be reclaimed, like any metals or plastics, we can reclaim. And then yeah, anything that we can just compost or decompose, you know. Take anything toxic out so it doesn't affect the water supply and stuff like that. I thought of like going to the landfills and just looking through to see if I can, like, just imagine building a giant mech out of garbage. Oh, I remember a story. There was a guy who had Bitcoin and it was worth nothing at the time. So he threw the hard drive out and then Bitcoin got a huge boost. What emote is this? I would not want to sit on that, bro. And it was like, I think it was like half a billion. I think it was like 500 million, maybe. I don't know. It was an absurd amount of money. So the dude was like, oh no, and he went to the landfill and was looking through it. I don't know if he gave up or not, but wow, what? Can you imagine if that was you? Like you threw away $500 million. What would you do? Wow, a lot of legendaries. Alright. Legendary crafting materials? How much is that, I wonder? Wow, heirloom is not coming out, bro. What if it's never gonna come out? But yeah, going back, I visited my grandmom in a nursing home today, and yeah, she's getting old. It's very sad to see, and I think it's kind of sad because of, you know, referring back to what my mom asked me about. My grandma does have some symptoms of dementia showing, and I think she forgot that I visited her. Nice emo. She did recognize me at the time, though. Also, I don't like nursing home. It's literally a prison. Like, the elevators are key coded. I know because, like, you know, elderly people with dementia tend to wander around, and you don't want them like, oh nice, that's cute. And, you know, escaping the nursing facilities, wandering onto the streets, because that can happen. But like, you know, it doesn't feel right when it basically keeping them locked in. I read an article, I remember how a facility fixed that was they would have a fake bus stop in the middle of that facility, in the middle of nowhere. So the old people would remember taking the bus, and so they would go sit down at the bus stop because, you know, they're conditioned to. And so they're sitting there waiting for a bus to come that never comes, and then, you know, people would check every once in a while, and then they would bring them back to the facility. And I was like, wow, that's really smart. They should do something like that, you know. But the reason why I don't like those type of facilities is it's actually like a money mill. So how it runs is they take either the senior citizens' entire social security income, and also they charge, you know, whatever bills they can for Medicare. And they do that, and they barely keep them alive, and just take all the money. And a lot of those places are not very good. My grandpa was in one that was not really good, and he kept going to the hospital because he would get infections. And it's because he had full-blown dementia, and he had to wear a diaper. And when he got brought to that place, I don't think the nurses ever changed his diaper unless they knew we were visiting, because they made us make an appointment, and we couldn't go every day. We had to go only certain days. And so I think they only changed it when they knew we were coming. And yeah, it wasn't good, and they didn't care about the, you know, old people there. They would just keep them alive so they can collect their money, you know. It was crazy. I ain't gonna name names, but yeah, that was messed up. And so when I see like nursing homes or elderly care facilities, I immediately don't trust them. And I know that they're all bad and everyone working there isn't bad, but like, yeah, I don't know. Doesn't sit well with me. It creates this sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. It makes me kind of wish I was you know, super rich so I can create my own facility where I can hire people who actually care, and then, you know, give the old people a nice place to stay, you know, filled with fun activities, places they can socialize, and you know, but yeah. You know, that's some stuff rich people can do, but they don't do it. I've noticed all these mega billionaires don't really want to solve any of humanity's problems. They kind of get this view that each individual is not really worth anything, and so they try to fix problems that really don't exist, like going to space. Yeah, it's not gonna fix anything right now. Looks kind of, I don't know what to think. A lot of things they can do, but they won't. And I don't blame them, because it's their money. They can do whatever with it they want. I'm not telling them how to do anything, but there's some stuff that I would do. One thing I wanted to do was, there was a plot of land I had my eye on, and obviously I couldn't afford it. It was like $3 million. I wanted to buy that if I ever got rich, and then make my own little town, and I would have no bogus like HOA fees, and I would invite all my friends and family to live there for free. I wouldn't give them the property, because then they could sell it and take the money, you know, so... I wouldn't give them the property, but I'm like, you can live here for free if you want. You know, it'd be nice. I could have like a... I'm thinking of like making a tiny cafe in there too. If, you know, if I can't fill it, then I can make like a small resort facility for Airbnb. I actually did want to start my own cafe though. I was super into making coffee at one point. I had all this gear. I had a Haria V60, the ceramic one. I had the Haria gooseneck kettle. I had an AeroPress. I had a Violetti mocha pot. That mocha pot was awesome. It was the 3-cup one, which is super tiny. And then I had a Bodum French press, and I had a DeLonghi espresso machine. I think it was the EC155. It was a pressurized portafilter, but you can hack the bottom off and make it a naked portafilter. So then your grind and tamp actually do matter. And you could also mod the steam wand with the Sylvia steam wand and make it better. So you could actually mod your espresso machine and, you know, make it a lot better. Oh! Heirloom? Ah, yeah boy! Alright, what was this? An hour and 9 minutes in, okay. We got it towards the end, jeez. Okay. I regret spending my money already, but I don't want to play the game anymore, so... It'll free up a lot of time for me. I'm gonna move on. The truth is, I don't want to spend the time anymore. It's too difficult. I need so much practice to get better. Respect to the people who keep playing and get better. It's not easy at all. But yeah, seeing my grandma old and frail made me think about my own mother. And when she gets to that point, I don't want to put her into a nursing facility. I'd rather take care of her at home. I don't trust other places to do a proper job, so... Okay, we're getting there. We're getting towards the end. We got our heirlooms finally. It'll be great if we can get more, but I doubt it. Okay. Alright. Man, this video is gonna be mega huge. It's like... I don't know. It might be... I hope it's not 40 gigabytes. It's gonna take forever to upload for me. Comcast sucks for upload speeds. I get like 15 megabits per second up, which is like nothing for uploading large files. And I also have a bandwidth limit. I have 1.2 terabytes a month, which is a lot for just regular household use, unless you stream 4K content, but I use a lot because I stream a lot, so... I also give my homies a lurk whenever I'm on Twitch, so I have like, I don't know, 10 or 12 tabs open at a time sometimes. That also eats up bandwidth. Why is it a triangle? It's an Illuminati. I just thought of that right now. Oh, legendary and epic. Okay. I guess they got like a dragon skin for every gun, I don't know. I had a feeling, what if I keep playing to finish the battle pass, and then I end up just playing Apex for the rest of my life? No, please. Please. I had a funny thought too, this isn't gonna happen, but what if this video does really well, and then I get a following of people who want to see me play Apex for some reason, even though I'm super mid at the game, and I'm like, that's the only game I can play forever, and I can only make content on Apex. I'll be like, wow, that... that would truly be a punishment. It'd be super funny. But it's not gonna happen though, but yeah. There's no reason anyone would watch me play Apex or make Apex content. Oh. Okay, it's kind of... I wish I had wires and I don't know. Another legendary, nice. Okay. Dude, Mirage is like very lame in a corny way, where it's like endearing. It's a little bit self-aware, whereas other things in the game are just lame. Mirage is my favorite character in terms of like just personality. It's pretty one-dimensional, but you know, it's you're not gonna get a lot out of Apex, you know what I mean? Well, I could have saved $20. I didn't need the last 20 loot boxes. I am so sad now. You know how long it took to sell all those, accumulate and sell all those trading cards? It took a decade or more just to make that much. It's all gone now. I'm so sad. I've been saving that too, cause I just wanted to buy games on sale, you know? Oh god. I have so many regrets now. I know it's only 20 bucks, but like, it's what it represents, you know? Okay, let's take a look. Wow, we only have 12,000 crafting materials after 500 loot boxes. You are insane. We need 38,000 to get the heirloom from the events, but take a look at. Wow, we still have all of this stuff is locked, bro. That's insane, dude. Look, we got so little skins. What is this? What a ripoff. I opened 500 loot boxes and it's still not enough to get all these skins, dude. Well, okay, let's take a look at the heirloom. Heirlooms. How do I get the heirlooms? Where is that? Like a certain place. Collection store. How do I? Oh, there we go. Alright. I can only get one. We have to choose carefully. This looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna play Octane for ranked. This kunai looks dope though. Look at it. Look at it. Wait, prestige skins? Can we buy a prestige skin? How much do these cost? I can only get one. I thought you know, like how you showed 3 heirloom shards. I thought you meant you can get 3 heirlooms, but you can only get one. That skin does look dope though. That looks super dope. Would I rather get one of these or a skin? I kind of want the Wraith skin. It looks really cool. The Bangalore one looks cool too. 100,000 damage. This is gonna take a little bit. Alright, I decided I'm gonna get this. Okay. Kabuki Wraith, you are no longer required. I have none Wraith now. I have space none Wraith. Alright, well that's it. I got 300,000 hero shards, legend tokens that I can't really use anything for. 12.9k? Come on, bro. After opening 500, at least give me enough to get a freaking heirloom. Come on, dude. You need 38,000. You need 38,000 for where's the seasonal? Sorry, I'm still get confused how to navigate. Yeah, you need 38,000 to unlock all of this. It's too expensive. Alright, well that's it. Thank you for sitting through this video if you did watch it. Now the real treat. Let me show you guys. That's right, Cam. This was a real mistake. Okay. Now the real prize. We're gonna uninstall now. Okay, goodbye Apex. You will be sort of missed. Alright, that's gonna be it. I'll catch you guys next time.